In this video, we're going to review the past simple. Remember, our verbs in English can be regular or irregular. In this case, how would you say ayer vi una película muy buena? Well, yesterday I watched a very good movie. So if we are dealing with regular verbs, it is so easy to say something in the past simple. You just have a subject, like for example I, and then the verb. So what about if I want to say that verb in the past simple? Just add ed and that's it. For example, I play, I played. Yo jugué. Easy, isn't it? Okay, what about if I want to say no? If I want to say no, it is exactly the same subject, and then you say didn't. But careful, because you just have to write the verb infinitive, okay? The infinitive without to. So if I want to say yo no fui al cine, it will be something like I didn't go to the cinema. And what about if you want to ask a question? So you start with did, then the subject, and then the verb infinitive, okay? For example, lo hiciste? Did you do it? And as you can see, you got only two options, yes, no. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. But what about if I want to get more information with my questions? So here you are. Where, what, why, and these words, okay, you have to put them at the very beginning of the question, like for example, ¿Dónde fuiste ayer? Where did you go yesterday? Right. Now, and what about irregular verbs? Well, they work exactly the same, but el año pasado fui a mi pueblo. Last year, I went to my village. Now, the problem here is that you have a list of irregular verbs and you have to study to know them by heart, because sometimes it has nothing to do, the infinitive with the past simple. Like in this case, you have go, and all of a sudden you have went. Oh God, so different, yeah? So, if I want to say something affirmative, I just have to know by heart the past. Go, went, build, built, and so on. You know, from now on, it is exactly as regular verbs. You have to say didn't and just the verb. Okay, I didn't go, I didn't do it, or whatever. And the questions are exactly the same as regular verbs. When are we going to use the past simple? Well, to talk about single actions in the past. For example, to tell a story. Little Red Riding Hood met the wolf and after that, blah, 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 blah. Number two, habits and routines in the past. Like, for example, I woke up at 7 o'clock every day. Then I had breakfast and then went to school. And permanent situations. I studied at Cervantes Secondary School for many years. Okay. There's another use of the past simple to emphasize. Like, for example, sí que hice los deberes, pero me los olvidé en casa. I did do my homework, but I forgot it at home. Oh, excuses, excuses. All right, so the moment you want to emphasize you did something, this is the way you do it. You have to say the subject, then did, and then the verb. I did do it. I did go. I did whatever you want to emphasize. Now, past continuous. Estaba viendo la televisión cuando me llamaste. I was watching TV when you phoned me. As you can see, most of the times when we use the past continuous, we have the reference of another action here, and it is the past simple, which we have already seen. And this is the structure you have to follow. You got a subject, then the verb to be in the past was were, and then a verb ending in ing. I was watching, I was playing, I was doing, I was whatever. What about if I want to say no? So it is this way, so easy. Was not, were not, or we can use the short form, wasn't, weren't. I wasn't listening. I wasn't talking. And if I want to ask a question, first thing you do is you said was aware, then the subject and the verb ending in ing. And if I want to get more information, and not just a yes or no in this case, were you watching TV yesterday? Yes, I was. No, I wasn't. Okay. If you want to get more information, then you have to use these words. When, why, whatever. And you place them, put them at the very beginning of the question. We're going to use the past continuous for an action in progress at a specific time in the past. For example, I was sleeping yesterday at 6 p.m. An action in progress in the past when another thing happened. I was having a shower when you called. Mixing the past continuous and the past simple. When two situations in progress at the same time. Like, for example, Mom was watching TV and at the same time Dad was reading a book. And we may use the past continuous too for temporary situations in the past, something that was not, the normal standard thing. So before we found a flat, Josh was staying with a friend.